I've always loved the clear polycarbonate demonstrator type models. It's so cool being able to check out how locks work. Even such something as simple as this Neeley Lock on the Timberline Timberlite. See if I can do this elegantly and keep it in focus. You can see the base of the blade interacts with basically a semicircular cutout in the frame, which gives it the detent by forcing the blade to kind of shift this way against the spring as it starts to open. And then once it gets all the way around, it's going to drop down and interact with this locking lug down here at the base of the blade. It just occurred to me as I was fiddling with this right before doing this video that this is actually very similar to a Scott Sabi self-lock, but acting in this direction instead of this direction like the self-lock does, and with a lug in the frame instead of a locking lug on a large oversized pivot. It's an interesting little observation that I noticed this morning. These came out back in the late 90s, if I remember right. They got kind of a bad rap. It's I don't want to say it's not a great locking system, but it can be relatively easily unlocked in normal use if the blade binds up. So say you're cutting a piece of cardboard, it gets kind of wedged, you go to pull it out and pull the blade out. If you pull back and the blade is wedged, it's going to pull forward, and yeah, it could conceivably very easily close on your fingers. But it is a really neat lock for let's say for light use, or for, I guess, use where you're definitely going to pay attention if the blade gets wedged. So yeah, it never really caught on, but still very cool. And again, I love having the clear polycarbonate handles to demonstrate. Sadly, as you can see, like pretty much all polycarbonate handles on any knife, they start to crack around the fasteners. It's just one of them things. Pretty much every old microtech with the clear tops wind up cracking around the fastener holes. It's just what it is. You got to be kind of gentle with it, which is why I'm trying not to let this snap into place with the authority that it normally has. Really nice hollow grind on these too. Wicked thin, nice high polish, then a stone wash. These were relatively inexpensive knives when they came out. They are still relatively inexpensive knives. I think I paid maybe like $80 for this one. So yeah, they definitely are an affordable piece to add to the interesting lock collection. So yeah, that's a look at an old Timberline Timberlite with the Neeley Lock by Vaughn Neeley. Very, very cool. So there you go.